So welcome, 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 everybody. And this is all about you receiving the energy that you need to receive tonight. And it will be different for everybody. Some of you will get very clear messages about certain things in your life and others may not. And it's all absolutely fine. This is about you and what you feel that you need to get out of today. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I think we've got people from lots of different countries, actually. So anybody here from Canada?
Yes.
So I'm very happy to welcome you all into this beautiful sacred space. So there's actually 5 of us presenting today, and we are coaches and healers from actually all over the world. We met about 4 years ago, I think, so quite a while back on a coaching program, and we've stayed in touch ever since. And I think it's the love of holistic well-being and essential oils and spirituality that have brought us all together. And then we decided to put this together, and it just sort of like came through. Oh, what have you got, Sam? Your bergamot?
Yes.
You go easy on the bergamot. There's a bit of a joke with people know me. Hi, Diane. There's a bit of a joke for people that know me about bergamot oil. It's one of my favorites. Pure bergamot oil. I'll just let you know this because it's so you're all in on the joke. It's a very, very happy oil, and it does invite a lot of people to start giggling and to start really embracing fun and playfulness. It's a very radiant oil. So we're all here because we love oils. Some of you may be really familiar with essential oils and how to use them in your life for well-being, and some of you may not. You might be right at the beginning of a journey, and that is just beautiful. It's all perfect. It's all fine. And my intention for this masterclass is for you to receive what you absolutely need to receive today in your life. That is my intention, or at least the beginning of something beautiful for you. So if you have got any oils, just inhale them now. I'm going to introduce you to all of us. That's me. I'm Claire Bjerken, coach and healer and mystic. And then we've got Dr. Elaine Rose, who is coach and aromatherapist. Maria, who is a coach and a spiritual storyteller and an author. Christina, who is a coach and is on an aromatherapy program to become an aromatherapist and is also a singer and a teacher. And Michelle, who's a transformational coach and a self-love expert. So you've got a lot of wisdom in this group, and we're all going to be talking about just a small part of how essentials can help you. So we're going to be doing around about 10 minutes each. So, you know, it won't be the full story for every oil, but it will give you a good insight into the versatility of essential oils. Okay, so you might want to inhale your oil from your hands, breathe it in deeply. I always like to do about 5 breaths. If you've got an essential oil that's for topical use, if you haven't, it doesn't matter. Just use your hands for this blessing, this prayer, because we all have light energy in the palms of our hands. We all have the ability and the capacity to heal. I just want you to trust that with or without an oil. And then just bringing that healing energy in towards you. You may want to close your eyes, you may not. Not if you're driving, for sure. Okay. And I just really want you to feel your own healing energy and your own healing light, but also the collective of all of us, the collective spirit, the collective energy of us all coming here to lift each other's vibration, to support and create this beautiful feeling of deep well-being for everybody here. And I'd like you to think about these words. And really think about the energy of the words. Words have energy. Just really feel into the energy of the words and what they mean to you. You might want to have your hands in prayer. You might want to have one hand on your heart and one on your womb or your hara, just below the belly button. I see myself in perfect health, with absolute prosperity and invigorated with life. I'm appreciating this physical life that I wanted, as I decided to be a physical being. It is glorious to be here making decisions with my physical brain, but accessing the power of the universe through the power of the law of attraction. Let your alignment with well-being be first and foremost, and let everything else be secondary. And not only will you have an eternally joyous journey, but everything you have ever imagined will flow effortlessly into your experience. There is nothing you cannot be, or do, or have. But your dominant intent is to be joyful. The doing and the having will come into alignment once you get that one down. Take a deep breath in and release out through the mouth. And then just gently allow yourself to come back round into the room. And I really want you to understand that sometimes the conscious mind has difficulty understanding and processing what we're doing, but the subconscious mind can get reprogrammed if you program it, if you feed it with the right words, the right energy, the right intention. And this prayer can really help you do that. So even though your logical conscious mind think, well, what's this doing? What's going on here? You have to get beyond that. You have to go deeper. And your subconscious mind is believing every single word. And that is how you're going to start to manifest great things into your life. So you may be thinking, what's this got to do with essential oils? Essential oils are pure plant medicines, and they're very high vibration. The oils that we use in this group are very, very pure, very, very potent, higher than organic, very effective plant medicines. They work on our mind, they work on our body, and they work on our spiritual health. So that's when we say mind, body, and soul. So the mind, they work on our thoughts, our belief systems, how we think, how positive we are, the words that we use. They work on our physical health challenges, illnesses and health challenges going on in the body, but they also work beyond that into our subtle energy bodies. And actually, not many people know this. So just by coming into this masterclass, you are going to be in a very small percentage of the population that understand this way of healing, this vibrational way of healing. I'm guessing that some of you do a lot of this work anyway, but you're going to be in a small percentage of the population that are really starting to understand the deeper layers to healing and the vibrational element involved in healing. So basically, everything has a vibration, everything has an energy. Obviously, things like meditation, prayer, blessings, it's got on here as well, high frequency essential oils. There are other things as well, but we're here to talk about essential oils. Good food, fresh air, rest, all the important things, and using positive mantras and affirmations. So where do essential oils fit in? That's where they fit in. They are really powerful plant medicines to improve your life I believe, in every way. These are high frequencies. So when you're vibrating with high frequencies, then you're in an energy of peace, joy, love, acceptance, willingness, all the positive things that we want to feel in life. Because at the end of the day, everything that we do in life is driven by happiness. Whether you want a new job or more money or better health or a new home or a new opportunity or a new friendship or a new relationship, whatever it is that you desire in life, if you funnel right back, it's driven by happiness. So our job as human beings is to focus on being happy right now, not when we've got the dream house, not when we've got the dream job, not when we've got the dream relationship. Now, right now. And this is how I use essential oils in my life every single day. The universe, source, your higher self, whatever you believe in, wants us to be here in love, in joy, in peace, and bliss, in flow, expanded energy. And essential oils can help you massively when you know how to use them properly, which is why we all love them, because they can move us up this emotional frequency scale. All essential oils are high frequency. So just by introducing essential oils into your life, you're lifting your frequency. Be happy and healthy. We have to work at lifting our vibration, allow that vibration to lift as much as you can. Then you will change your life through the powers of the 12 laws of the universe. That's how powerful I believe essential oils are. So I really hope that you got at least something from that, even if it's just curiosity, excitement, inspiration, because whatever you are getting, if it's high vibration, hold it. Hold the frequency, hold that vibration and embrace it into your life, because if you can hold that vibration, your life will change. This is what we talk about when we talk about manifestation. It's not about doing more, it's about being the most beautiful version of yourself that you can possibly be, mind, body, and soul. So with that,
I guess it's my turn now. Hello, everyone. I hope that you're enjoying this Essential Oils Magic Masterclass. My name is Maria, and I'm going to share a little story with you. I just want to invite you to just go back in time, back to 1979. I don't know where you were in that year, but I was living in Hawaii. And my father was in the Navy, and we got posted there. It's such a beautiful place. I don't know if you've ever been to Hawaii, but it's tropical, it's floral, it's nature. I remember stepping off the plane into that humid air and smelling flowers just right off the bat. So it's a beautiful place. And I was going to school, and one of my classmates had these pens, and the pens were like these long, thin white pens, and they had like a cap that was in the shape of a lollipop. It was like a candy. And they came in all these different colors, like orange and purple and blue. And all the different colors of the pens were also scented. And I had never seen anything like that. And I was like, I've got to have these pens. And so these beautiful scented pens with lollipops, and so I convinced my mother to take me downtown to the Ala Moana shopping center where my friend said you could buy the pens. And we went into the store and they didn't have any. And so I never did get those scented pens, but I still remember them all these years later. And I think there's a connection between scents and colors and writing and storytelling. And to this day, I love a nice pen, a nice colorful pen. I will spend money on a colorful pen. And I also love things that smell good. And so I spend a lot of time journaling and writing, and I've written a book. And to me, there's like a real connection between writing and using our senses, especially with aromas and essential oils and all that. When you inhale an essential oil, it goes straight into your limbic brain. It's the emotional part of our brain. And there are no gatekeepers, there are no filters. It goes straight there. Unlike other senses that we use, they have like sort of ways to shape the information. But with a sense of smell, it's very, very direct, and it goes straight into our subconscious brain. And the thing about writing is when we write from the heart, we're also tapping into that subconscious part of us, that interior memory. And so you can use the essential oils as like a quick access to that deeper part of yourself, to those memories from like 1979 and beyond. Well, I was researching for this talk and I was thinking about essential oils and creativity and writing. I came across a really fun fact. I hope that you'll like this as much as I do. According to folklore, the Leonardo da Vinci, who was born in 1452, and you may know him from his works, his contributions to art and science. He did a lot of drawing. Well, you know what? He loved immersing himself in aromatics, and he used perfumes and essential oils even 500 years ago. And do you want to know what his favorite was? Neroli. Yeah, so apparently, if you Google it, you'll find that Leonardo da Vinci liked neroli the best. Yeah, Debbie, yeah, super. Yeah, so neroli is made from orange blossoms, and it's really subtle, it's really delicate, but it's really, really high end. It's really quite expensive, actually. Like it's very, very luxurious and exotic and lovely. And the good news is, if you'd like to get your hands on neroli and step into the footsteps of Leonardo da Vinci, we have some doTERRA touch formulations available on sale right now. You too can use neroli as part of your creativity and let it inspire you to tell your stories and to share your wisdom and to leave a legacy. And yeah, and it all starts with like tuning into your own self and to your own wisdom and using essential oils to help bring that up to the surface so that you can work with it. I thought, wow, like Leonardo da Vinci used neroli. So cool. Yeah, so I think that if you're a creative, you may like feel stuck. You may like, oh, I want to write something, but I don't know what to write about. Well, essential oils can really help you just break through that, and that can inspire you to tell a story. You can use essential oils in so many different ways. like just off the top of my head, you can use them as a prop for your characters. They come across this mysterious elixir and you can try to describe, like, what does that smell like? We've got some vetiver here, for example, and it's like, how do you describe this scent? Like, what would you say? It's a little smoky, it's a little spicy, it's a little earthy. So it allows you to use your vocabulary and describe something. Also, you can use it to sort of increase the pace of the story or slow down the pace of the story. You can use it to relax your own nervousness and just calm down so that you can access your wisdom. And so you can use it in meditation before you get started. There are so many different things you can use. I'm thinking you're probably maybe coming up with your own, like, how could I use essential oils in my storytelling? Oh, yeah, I could do this. So, love to hear if anyone has any ideas of how to use essential oils in your storytelling. But just recalling the pens from my childhood took me like back in time, so you can time travel with them and all kinds of things. And so, what I do is I'm a coach and I like to help people with random prompts. And so, what I'd like to do is I have all these essential oils in these cards. They're cards with all the doTERRA oils in them. They're random prompts. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to shuffle these cards and I'm just going to see for us, for this Essential Oils Magic Masterclass, I'm going to see which essential oils want to show up in our group today so that maybe you can take them with you in your inspiration if you want to write. So I got a couple here that flew out. And the first one is Arise. So Arise has grapefruit, lemon, osmanthus, melissa, Siberian fir, and it's all about being lighthearted and it brightens up the room and it's really sweet. So say you're writing about a character and they're really sweet and you're not feeling really good. You're like feeling a little irritable, but your sweet character shows up. So what you could do is you could take the Arise and like get yourself into like a more sweet disposition. And so you can write that character. And the second one, oh, and this is like Michelle already mentioned this one. It's the Motivate. When you're writing and you're like, oh, I want to write, but I can't. I'm not feeling really good. Bring in some Motivate. It'll help you write your stories. It'll help you inspire you to keep writing and keep shining your light and keep telling your stories. So if you're interested in anything like this, like if you're interested in using essential oils for your self-care, and for your creativity, I'd be happy to talk with you. I have a link to my website. I wrote a blog and it's got all my links. So if you want to book a call with me, or if you just want to chat, you want to talk about storytelling and writing and creativity, then feel free to reach out. And I could post the link if you want into the chat so you can check out my blog post. There's also a link to that gift that we promised, the 100 uses for essential oils, so you can find it there as well. And I'm just so grateful that we're all here together and sharing this time and space together from all over the world. And we're all connected through a love of nature and essential oils. So I just want to thank everybody for being here and for sharing the time. Let's keep in touch and I hope to see you again soon.
Thank you, Maria. We do have some questions in the chat. I know that, Michelle, you asked Maria, is there a good oil to help with writer's block?
Oh, that's a really good question.
Can I chime in on that?
Yes.
I think the Motivate that you had mentioned there would probably work. What do you think?
Yeah, I think that's definitely will help you clear the way so that instead of feeling stuck and not being able to do anything, to feel motivated to do something. It's also about the throat chakra, which is all about self-expression and authenticity and speaking your truth. So I would go for any essential oil that is blue like blue chamomile. What's the main blue one, Claire?
Blue oils are,
Yeah.
Aromatic Chamomile has got chamazoline in it, which is blue. And there is blue tansy, which is incredible. There's yarrow palm. So we've got blue tansy, blue chamomile, yarrow palm, deep blue blend. It has blue chamomile in there. You can't get the blue chamomile. You can get Roman chamomile, but you can't get blue chamomile as a single oil, but it's in deep blue, which would be great for writer's block, I'm thinking, because it's got those oils in it. It's got the blueness for the expression and the throat chakra, but it's also got the peppermint in it for focus and clarity. So that would be a good one. And I'm also thinking, Maria, what would you think about peppermint for mental focus as well, and rosemary? Those two, would they help?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, peppermint will give you some energy, and it's also like from the heart. So because it's green and it's like speaking from the heart and it's fresh. The rosemary, the expression is rosemary is for memory. It really does help with the mind and to focus and to draw into those memories. If you're writing, then you can tap into some memories and express them from there and then put them in a whole new light in your story. So yeah, so I would go for peppermint just to give you the lift, the fresh ideas, and then the rosemary. It's just so lovely. It's just so nurturing.
Can I just say something about the rosemary? Rosemary was an oil that I used to use when I was a teacher and had to write reports. It was always a very intense experience. And the worst of it was having to write the first one, because we'd have to do it on computer. My mind used to go blank, completely blank. And the only oil that I found used to help for me to plan for school and also to write reports was rosemary. And I used to sniff it. And you can infuse it in the room, but you have to be careful because it's quite a thick oil in terms of your mind. If you have too much, it can infuse your senses a bit too much. So it's like everything, proportion is good. But once I'd sniffed that once or twice, that was it. I'd always get a first sentence down on my computer. And I was always then firing in all cylinders when I was doing my planning. So it's an oil that really does get all your thoughts together. It's excellent. I can honestly recommend that.
Thank you, Chrissy. I'm thinking as well of the next presentation that we could possibly do is aromatic anchoring. So in NLP, neuro-linguistic programming, there's something called anchoring, which is really powerful for creativity and changing your mood and reframing your negative thought patterns. Well, you can actually do that with the oils. It's called aromatic anchoring, and it's a whole new level because the oils are the strongest. It's, sense of smell is the strongest that we've got. So when you can combine anchoring in NLP with aromatics, you are amplifying that effect, and it's so easy. Please use this time now to ask questions.
Hi everybody. Yeah, I want my daughter to benefit from oils. She's away in university at Glasgow, and I know if I sent her just some oils up, she wouldn't use them. So I'd like to make like a little rollerball blend or something like that. What's the best way to go about that? Well, she's autistic. She needs to cope with life, to cope with human beings, to cope with overstimulus, to cope with anxiety. She can get overwhelmed very easily. And also then she hides away, and then she knows that's no good for her. So then she has to crawl out of the pit of, of sort of like the hiding that she's done. So it's probably anxiety and helping to boost her self-belief and confidence. Getting it in a way that she will use it. If I send various oils up to her, she won't just use those. But if I can send her a blend that she rolls on in an easy way.
There's a lot here. Michelle has suggested adaptive. And I know that when we talked at the retreat, we discussed this as well. There's adaptive, which is incredible. Copaiba. There's also a blend already done called In Tune, which is very, very good for those kind of health challenges, mental health challenges. I think the key thing for your daughter, Sue, is she's got to want to embrace them. It's really difficult to try and force it on anybody. I would always go back to something like rose. And the reason is it opens your heart, or marjoram even, which is a less expensive heart-opening oil. Because when your heart is open, and as Michelle stated, self-love is the most important thing. When you really, really step into an energy of self-love, you actually become open to receive. Now, we all say that quite lightly, but what does that really mean? It means that when somebody's trying to help you, you become open to it, rather than no, 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 which is the ego talking, which we all have. We all have an ego. But the oils, especially the heart opening oils, so there's a lot of them. Also, neroli is a heart opening oil. Once they start to fall in love with themselves a bit more, they suddenly start to be open to receive, and they step into, I am worthy of feeling better. I am worthy of moving my energy. I am worthy of living better. I'm worthy of doing things because I love myself, of new experiences, new relationships, new loves, new hobbies. And once the heart is open, it's a lot easier to help somebody. But
she's certainly made huge improvements, and I feel she's absorbing what I do as well. And I'm into my crystals,
modeling,
as you know.
modeling
Yeah,
is I
yeah.
do. Go on, Maria.
Thank
Oh, I
you.
just wanted to add, Sue, and you like crystals too. That's
Yeah.
great. I would ask your daughter, like, what kind of scents does she like? Does she like florals? Does she like woody ones? Does she like earthy? Does she like sweet? Does she like minty? And then choose something that she would really respond to. And what came to mind for me would be something like a forest, like cedar wood, like Christina mentioned. The tree ones are very grounding, like you could really feel yourself root into the ground. And then the tree like is rooted in the ground, it's really solid, but then it gives off all this light, and all this life. And it creates a home for all the birds and the flowers and the squirrels and the fruits and everything. I would recommend for your daughter cedarwood, but if she likes florals and if she likes citrus, then obviously send her what she likes that she would
Yes,
respond
of course. Yeah. Yeah. It's a good place to start, isn't it? With something that she actually likes. Yeah.
Okay, I think something that underpins all of this as well is when your daughter starts to be open to have these conversations, she is taking her power back. Because when you try to make somebody do something out of, you love them, you want them to feel better, you force, and the doctor says, that person feels powerless. And powerless, going back to that emotional frequency scale, is incredibly low vibe. And if they're having these things forced upon them, they're not going to work, because a lot of it is, yes, they do work scientifically, but it's like, there also has to be the mind and heart connection of wanting, of receiving, of being open, of taking my power back.
Good point. Yeah.
Having the conversations with her, that will make her take a lot more interest in herself. And then if she decides, actually, I want to feel better, she's going to feel better.
Yeah.
But the oils can help.
Thank you.
Well, they can help. They can help with that as well, Sue. So, Debbie,
thanks, ladies.